see what they left behind. Oh god, what the... This temple is kind of awesome. What do we have here? Ooh, a glass mace and a glass war axe.
Crazy.
This face kind of creeps me out. Okay, let's wait for
Wonderful. Remarkably well preserved, too.
wait for these guys.
Here's the blood seal. Another of the lost Akaviri arts. No doubt triggered by, well, blood. Your blood, Dragonborn.
Oh, great.
Look here. You see how the ancient blades revered Reman Cyrodiil?
It's coming to life.
I like how that thing is spinning, but I'm not.
You did it. After you,
Oh, well, apparently this isn't that epic cave. I guess we'll come later in the main quest. I'm pretty sure it's in the main quest. But yeah, this is that wall.
When the jester comes calling with his knife in the night.
I wish they would hurry up. Or maybe they're waiting for me. No, they're lighting these things. Don't know what to
See
call
how
them.
the Akaviri craftsmen were beginning to embrace the more flowing Nordic style.
we're here for Alduin's wall, right, Esbern?
Yes, so hurry up. Here it is.
Let's see what's up ahead.
So is there something interesting hidden over here somewhere?
I've never seen a finer example of early second era Akaviri sculpture and relief.
Well,
Yes, let's see what we have. Isn't it amazing?
oh, I had to talk to him. Yeah, I just want to know how to defeat Alduin.
Ah, of course. Not everyone has an appreciation for the artistic wonders of the world. Let me
Nope.
see if I can find the right panel.
It's probably somewhere over here. Here it looks like dragons are fighting against humans, and here...
Ah, here it is.
I don't know
Alder's
what
defeat
this
the
is.
centerpiece of the wall.
Oh,
You see,
okay.
here is falling from the sky. The Nord Tongs, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Ah, patience, my dear. The Akaviri were not a straightforward people. Everything is couched in allegory and mythic symbolism. Yes.
I hate those people.
This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh yes, presumably something rather specific to or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return.
And they didn't record the
So
word?
we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. Have you ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky?
The Greybeards might know.
You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems we have no choice.
What do you have against the Greybeards?
If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards?
Well, the Greybeards may have a point. Power is dangerous.
Only if you don't know how to use it. All the great heroes have had to learn to use their power. Those that shrank from their destiny. Well, you've never heard of them, have you? And there are the villains, those that misused their power. There's always a choice, and there's always a risk. But if you live in fear of what might go wrong, you'll end up doing nothing. Like the Greybeards up on their mountain.
Well, I'd better go see what Arngeir
Right.
knows about this shout.
Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Yeah,
Look,
whatever.
here, in the third panel, the prophecy which brought the
Mrs. Marion, Merriman Smite.
Let's see if I wait for an hour.
And the jester comes calling.
Here are the Akaviri.
Apparently they didn't lit any extra torches or whatever it's called.
Are you paying attention?
And here we are at the top of this mountain. Well, let's go over there somewhere. To High Hrothgar. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe I can. Now I can enter the path up the mountain. The path with the giant blizzard. But I'm not entirely sure. Ah, there you are.
Sky, guard you.
I need to learn the shout used to defeat
Where did you
Elduin.
learn of that? Who have you been talking to?
Does it matter?
Yes. For matters of such gravity, we need to know where you stand. Or who you stand with.
Well, I've nothing to hide. The blades helped me find out about it.
The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool
I
in
learned
the
a few
hands of
shouts.
the Blades to be used for their own purposes?
Well, the blades just want to defeat Elduin, don't you?
What I want is irrelevant. This shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that Alduin was not meant to be defeated? Those who overthrew him in ancient times only postponed the day of reckoning. They did not stop it. If the world is meant to end, so be it. Let it end and be reborn.
So you won't help me?
No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom.
Los Dovahkiin, Strudur, Rockfentinvak, Ardonax.
Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master Einarth reminded me.
Ah, thank you, Master
The
Einarth.
decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make.
So, can you teach me the
No.
shout?
I cannot teach it to you, because I do not know it. It is called Dragon Rend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragon Rend holds no place within the way of the voice.
I thought you knew all the words of power.
But not Dragon Rend. The knowledge of that shout was lost in the time before history began. Perhaps only its creators ever knew it, but I am not the one to speak of it to you.
So, what's so bad
It
about
was
Dragon
created
Rend?
by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout. In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself.
Well, it's a necessary evil. But if the shout is lost, how can I defeat
Only
Alduin?
Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses.
So, I need to speak to Paarthurnax
You
then.
weren't ready, you still aren't ready.
Yes, I am.
But, thanks to the blades, you now have questions that only Paarthurnax can answer.
So, who is he?
He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice.
And why haven't I met Paarthurnax
He
yet?
lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege.
So, how do I get to the top of the mountain to see
Only
him?
those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
Okay. Can you please do that here? What if I wait for an hour?
Madness is merry and merriment smite when the jester comes calling with his knife in the night.
Is there a door over here? Yes. Well, I'm ready to climb the mountain.
He says that it's not a horror. That's
I will
right.
grant you my understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well.
But I believe you can only use it here. And not in normal rainstorms and stuff like that.
Clear skies will blow away the mists, but only for a time.
This isn't mist. I'm not sure why you would shout all three of the words. Hello, goat.